Good morning, everybody. Molly here. How are y'all doing? Well, I was blessed this past weekend to be able to go to a retreat that my Stamping Up upline, Susan Lavasser, hosted for her team and mine in Lafayette, Louisiana. And I mean, we had fun. There were 6 of us demonstrators. We each got to invite a guest, so there was 12 ladies all together. And just, wow, it was fun. Susan spoiled us rotten with gifts and things. Now, as demonstrators, 5 of us got together ahead of the retreat and decided we would do a card swap. The card swap is featuring items from the new holiday or occasions catalog, and it is fabulous. I can't show you the inside quite yet, but I can show you the outside. The outside is beautiful. Does not do the inside justice. Don't think of it just as Christmas. There are some beautiful everyday collections, or meant to be almost everyday. A lot of them farmhouse influenced, or country lane, or some of the names of them. And also, they're just very in trend right now, and I think you'd love them. Some great new tools and things. Anyway, get your hands on one of these new catalogs. Of course, if you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like one, just let me know and I can mail you one. But great catalog. Okay, let me get started. I used something from the collection that was called Peaceful Poinsettias. The collection comes with a beautiful set of stamps, but in addition to that, if you buy the bundle, or if you would like to buy them separately, there are some dies. The dies feature, of course, some outline features that cut out the stamps, but they also have this sprig here and then this beautiful poinsettia. If you can see here, there's a detailed layer and then the background layer. Now the glimmer paper, I'm going to have to cheat and look over at my catalog. The glimmer paper comes from a collection or suite called the Joyous Noel. And the glimmer paper is 6x6. It comes in copper, the beautiful green and red tone. And that's what I used to create this beautiful inlaid look. So what I did here was, this is a new punch that is, I think, just going to have to be, I love punches. It's from the Joyous Noel collection as well. And then I added a piece of the copper colored glitter paper to a piece of double-sided adhesive paper to make, so that when I die cut it, it'd be a sticker. So I die cut the copper on the adhesive paper. Die cut, I used enough of the dye to capture the red berries on a red piece of the glimmer paper, adhesive as well. And then I overlaid those on top of a piece of green glimmer paper, and then just fussy cut around the leaves so that I would get this inlaid look. And I love how my card came out. Some of the things I just want to point out quickly from the new catalog. The ribbons, the embellishments are just so pretty. This ribbon is from the called Festive Farmhouse. So you can see from the names of these things that while they are holiday in feeling for some of them, they also have pieces and stamps and things, colors that I just think are going to be great for your home decor or fall and things. So anyway, that's this beautiful little burlap ribbon. And then behind it is this copper ribbon that's, if you can see it, I'm trying to hide my tape. It's a copper and maroon piece that, together. The colorings are together. So I love this card, and I did stamp the envelope and I did line the inside. So I thought, pretty enough. Then I got the card from Nancy Sanders. I'm a big fan of her. She's stamping on Sanders Pond. And she used give me just a second, I'll tell you the name. I think it's Country Lane is the name of this collection. And you can barely see it here, but it adds some wonderful texture. There is a dynamic folder that's the tin roof style or tile style. It is not to be missed embossing folder. You're going to want to get your hands on that quickly. And you can see here some this chicken wire paper. It's the silver on one side and then white on the other, so that you could color it if you wanted to. I even saw where one demonstrator laid it down, used it as a stencil on the white side so that she could, color around it, lifted it up, and then she had the outline of a chicken wire. Then, of course, you turn it over and you can use the actual chicken wire. So, just great hint there. Something Nancy did that I thought was just brilliant. I'm seeing where a lot of women are coloring these things and then die cutting or cutting them out separately. Nancy just stamped the flowers. I say just. She stamped the flowers on a circle, cut it out with a stitch shape die, and then colored it so you can actually see it much clearer and much better. So I thought that was just brilliant, Nancy. Thank you so much. And on the inside of the card, she used some of the stamp sets that give you a feeling for what that ceiling tile look does. And, of course, she stamped her envelope. So thank you, Nancy. Just beautiful. Okay, next, Susan, our upline, just Wow Nola Creation. She is so gifted. Let me move these things out of the way so you can see this better. She used the beautiful bauble set, and it looks like she gold embossed it and then colored in her ornaments, or baubles as they call them in England. But anyway, so just beautiful. And then you can see you get this beautiful die cut, not the Mary, but this doily die cut, and you can either elect to cut out the doily or don't use the outline die, and then you can just cut into your paper and leave doily shapes. So just beautiful, beautiful. And then the word that you see here, and mine's come a little bit undone. I need to glue that back down. If you can see the word Mary, let me flip to the front of the catalog real quick so I can tell you the name of it. It's the Merry Christmas Thinlet dies, and you get Merry, Happy Christmas Holidays, and then some stamp. And then the stamp set comes with, let's see, the dies come with Merry Holidays, Happy Christmas, and 2 label shapes, excuse me. The die set that coordinates is called the Merry Christmas to All, and it is pretty. Anyway, that's what this die cut is, so I'm thanking Stampin' Up! So much for coming out with some pretty big fonts, you know, typefaces and all. So this is Susan's card. It's beautiful. You can see she features the new velvet ribbon, and then on the inside, this is one of the stamps from the Merry Christmas to All bundle. Isn't that beautiful? And then this little paper is from the Dashing Deer promotion that's going on this month. You may want to take advantage of September. It's really pretty. How you get that paper is if you host a party that's $250 or more, you're eligible then to receive this paper free. So it's a beautiful collection of paper that's for a limited time only for that promotion. Okay. Also featuring that paper, the Dashing Deer paper, see these pretty little prints, are from that collection. Lisa Lapine, who got to meet at this crop. I had known some of these other ladies, but I'm telling you, God bless me when he let me actually meet Helene, who I had not met in person before, but we were Facebook friends and phone friends, and I just love her to death. But I got to meet Lisa, who's the newest member of Susan's team. She's beautiful on the inside and out, just talented, gifted woman, but she is funny and fun, and we had a great weekend, and this is her card. She used the beautiful little ribbon that's like half satin and half grosgrain, but just as soft. I don't know if you can see. This is the softest, prettiest ribbon. The paper from the Dashing Deer, and then the what are they called? Pretty Pines, I think. Peaceful Pines. Oh, I'm not sure. Anyway, some of the dies, and created this lovely layered card. Her stamping is beautiful, and then she stamped this and then added just little touches of red to it to create the berries, and stamped the envelope. Very elegant, simple card, that just a beautiful card. I would love to receive this card in the mail, but I got it at the swap. Okay, last of the swap, you'll notice those other cards I took out of the plastic. I'm not a big fan of rustling plastic on videos. I took them out of the plastic, but I wanted to show you what Helene did. Helene is from, she lives near me, and just a few miles away, but she's on my team, and I am wowed, bowled over every time she sends me one of her cards, a picture of one of her cards. They are stunning, just so creative. I would love to be inside that mind and see how it works. Well, this is something she came up with, and I thought, well, really, that is brilliant. She sells cards, has a wonderful business making and selling cards, and you can see why. They're just stunning. She packages them so beautifully. She makes these gorgeous toppers for them and all. But you know those plastic envelopes you buy and the tape is on the outside flap? So once you fill your kit, you take the tape off, you slap it down. Well, then if you ever needed a class or something, or the customer wants to look at your card, when you pull it out, it's going to get stuck on that tape. And, get stuff on it. Won't be, useful again kind of thing. Kind of a nuisance. Well, what she did, which I thought was brilliant, I don't know if you can be able to pick this on camera. She leaves the strip, the protective strip, if you can see that, the little plastic strip, on the tape that comes on the bag. She put a piece of double-sided tear tape here, exposes it so that it's, adhesive. And then you can close and fold your packaging as often as you want without, any problem. And when you pull your pieces out, you're not sliding across adhesive here. So I thought that was just absolutely brilliant. Okay, so if that wasn't enough, the card is so pretty. She used one of my favorite new collections. Let me see if I can pull it out here without rustling too much. It's called the Frosted Florals collection. And if you can see, this is a single stamped image. It's designed by Stampin' Up! Just to create all these different color layers. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, she embossed over it, gave it a little shimmer. And then she cut out these beautiful sprigs. And she did use some paper from the Frosted Floral collection in person. If you can see that, it's got like a pearlescent finish to it. It's beautiful. The other designs in this collection are just stunning. If you're a paper hoarder like I am, you're going to want the Frosted Floral designer papers. Look at her stamping on the inside. Isn't that beautiful? So this is from Helene, and it is stunning. In addition to doing the card swap, Susan asked if we demonstrators would like to create cards for the retreat that we could share with our other demonstrators and our guests. So if we all said yes, of course, so we got to make 12 card kits that we gave to our guests and friends. And we spent the weekend creating some beautiful cards. This was Susan's card. We kicked it off with this. The retreat was called Tropical Chic Wow Retreat. Look, she gave us a bag that she had made for us. Isn't that darling? See, my name's on it. And it's glittery, so you know I love that. But so it was the Tropical Chic Wow Retreat. And this is the card she created for us. Isn't it beautiful? I love the fold on this. And the dies from the collection are just gorgeous. So we had a blast creating this card kit that Susan made for us. Just beautiful. Love the little... It's not a hard card to fold or measure or anything, but I love how it has that kind of wow factor. Okay, next, I don't know if I'm going in the right order, but I'm going in an order. One of the cards we got to create was from Helene. Look how beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous. It's the step card. You know, if you can see it, at steps, sits up. And it uses the Time for Tea collection and two of my favorite colors. And also, it's the Coastal Cabana. And then, what would that be? Calypso Coral. So we got to stamp, color our images, die cut, and then I colored my little butterfly. The paper was a little more light colored, so I just colored him with a little wash of Calypso Coral to bring him out. And we got to do the tea. I mean, just darling card. So thank you so much, Helene, for making us this kit and sharing that with us. Talk about another wow card. I mean, they just kept coming. This was from Nancy Sanders, and she used the Sea of Textures collection or bundle. And so you can see it comes, you can use these gorgeous die cuts. It has a great set of stamps and texture stamps and things, and just a beautiful clean front. But I love it. The inside of the card is a box cards. Oh, look, I got something on it. Hold on. Let me get that cleaned off. It's going to bug me. So the inside is a box card, and she taught us how to make that. And it's one of those, well, I'm doing that in my next class. So you can see the die cuts, the stamping, and then we stamped the end, you know, stamped this and then slid it in and adhered it. I love this die, that fishnet die right there, and then of course the corals and things. So Nancy taught us how to do this box card, and it's just clean and beautiful. I love it. Okay, now next up we have Lisa Lapine, that young lady I was telling you about earlier that I got to meet, and my God, she is so talented. Just beautiful. I keep using the word elegant, but she does some beautiful, elegant cards. Even the ones that are tongue-in-cheek, and she uses the cute stamp sets that are, you know, happy stamp sets and all. They come out with such a sophistication and elegance I love. Well, she told us before she gave us this card that, you know, the other people had taught us techniques and things and fancy folds, and she said, oh, my card's so simple. Well, by this time in the retreat, we were kind of like, oh, thank God, a simple card, because we had just been having fun measuring and cutting and measuring and measuring and cutting and die cutting. And also we thought, well, that's great. Oh, no, she gives us this gorgeous wow effect card. Pretty easy fold, but the wow feature on it, I think your recipient would just love. She uses the tufted Dynamics folder, Stitched with Love, Stitched with Love, die cut bundle and stamp set. Oh, darling, you are so fabulous, my little flowers. And then I had sworn on my Stampin' Up! Catalog I would not buy this collection. I don't need another flower, and I don't like 4-petal flowers. However, the minute I saw what she had done with this Pop-A-Petal collection, I had to have it. Yes, so I like Lisa, but that little woman, I just had to have this flower set. So I'm hoping I can copy some more of her creations she used with it. The Time for Tea designer paper set is back here. You can see it here. It's beautiful. And so again, she used, this is Calypso Coral and the Calypso Coral and Coastal Cabana. So beautiful colorations, just some of my favorites. I don't know if you can see it, but on the inside of the card, it's 2 layers adhered together. So on this layer, she used another one of the dies from the Stitch with Love collection. Beautiful card. Okay. The last card we created out of the kit workshop that we did was from Dawn Galland, who is one of my teammates. And oh my God, that young lady does the most beautiful cards. And her cards are usually intricate and 1,000 die cuts and stampings and stuff. And just, she is really creative and patient and just gifted with making cards. Well, this card, she again said, oh, it's simple, simple. I love this card. And this is another one. Dawn, she and I tease all the time. We enable each other. We show each other things, then we just got to have them. We have to have them. I had sworn I was not buying this set. It's Broadway Bound, I think is the name of the set. And I don't need it. That's just not something I would need. Well, of course, the minute I saw the card and held the thing in my hand, these dies and stuff, I'm like, oh, gotta have it. So, ooh. But anyway, I can't wait for it to come in. It comes in this week. This paper collection, Dawn elected for us to use this gorgeous pink and lemon lime twist side, you know, and it was kind of like a melon mambo and lemon lime twist, and it's just beautiful and bright and fun. But I got to tell you, on the back side of this too, some of the ladies were going gaga over the fact that on the back side it's black and gold foil diagonal stripes, and the back of this is a metallic, you know, foiled print and all. They were fabulous, and if you were a Saints fan, a New Orleans Saints fan, or which these ladies were, or other reason that you would need black and metallic golds or pretty gold foiling and all, this is a great collection of paper with you. This side is fabulous and fun in my style. The back side, fabulous with the gold foil and all. So really, they went over the top and did that. This die is beautiful. So this was the card that Dawn had us create, and I love it. So I was so glad to have it. Now, the cards that I created for the kit, and I'm saying cards, I could not decide which color to allow the ladies to make, so I gave them a little container, you know, a little storage container that they could keep, and then gave them 2 card kits in it, Tranquil Tide and Cajun Craze, because I couldn't decide. So what I'm going to do in another video right after this one is create this. We'll work together and create this card, but I masked it off with masking tape, used sponge brayers from Stampin' Up to, you know, ombre on this color effect. This one, you can see the little I just kind of sprinkled on some dots of water and then lifted them off with tissue paper, and I think you can see where I get a little dot effect. And then, of course, cherry cobbler and pumpkin pie, and I think that was, I'm going to say blackberry bliss, but it might not be. So I just love my card. This is corrugated with the new corrugated dynamic folder, gold leaf, little gold thread, and I love, oh, Rooted in Nature, I should tell you, this is all based around the fact that I use the Rooted in Nature collection. So words are never enough to thank you for all you do. So I love how our cards came out, and I had a blast watching these ladies and the different color variations they created. So while I did kind of sunset, sunrise collections, you could use this same technique on using any color combination that you wanted to. Some people mask off just squares, some people masked off like 3 boxes and all, but the sponge brayers from Stampin' Up. And ladies, I have a craft room full of things, but those sponge brayers are a good deal from Stampin' Up. You get replaceable heads. We washed them as we went, and I think that kind of, the ladies didn't know that you could just quickly wash them. We picked up ink straight off our ink pads, but you could put your ink down on, so we used like 3 different brayers, you know, the light color, middle color, and dark color for each color set. But you could stamp your colors down on a non-porous surface and then use your brayer directly on that same brayer and get it. It's however you want to do it. But this was my card I did for the swap. I want to give a big, huge hug, shout out, thank you, oh my gosh, to Susan for hosting this retreat for us. I have some wonderful new friends. And just, it was a fabulous, fabulous weekend, and walked away with, what is this, 11 different card ideas. So, I love it. And I can't wait for y'all to get your hands on the new catalog. I think you're going to be thrilled to death with the things in there, and find some new personal favorites. And we're going to end on a big thank you again to Susan. Hope y'all enjoy. And then later today, I will be trying to film that making of the die, of that mask Rooted in Nature card. Thank y'all for watching. Please leave a comment, like, share, whatever you want to do so we get the word out. And again, thank you so much. See y'all again soon. Bye-bye.